welcome to day 6 of Hybrid. I'm your trainer, Kathy, and today is chair Pilates for seniors and individuals who want a little less impact. For today's workout, we're starting out doing seated exercises, really opening up the hip and knee joints, as well as getting some nice contraction in the core. And then we'll go on to some standing exercises for our arms, using the chair as some support. In addition to the chair, other equipment includes a knee pad, some toe loops, anywhere from light to medium. Light is green, medium is pink, and purple is heavy. I'm also using a set of dumbbells, anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds, whichever works best for you. Take this at your own pace and you have fun. It's time to get warmed up. We're starting seated on the chair. I'm placing my pad underneath my glutes. This is good for individuals who have some tight hamstrings. Sitting up nice and tall, straight line, crown of the head to the hips. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Hug your hands around the knee. Palms open, fingertips laced, sitting up nice and tall. Open that hip out to the side, keep that core drawing in. Lower the foot down. Lift that knee, bring it back in towards the chest. Sitting tall. Lower the foot. Lift one more time, hug that knee into the chest, open it out to the side. And lower it down, bring it back in, forward and down. This is getting a really good stretch in that hip socket, especially our psoas. We're slowly gliding our leg, gliding through the hip socket. We call that our acetabulum. Coming forward, switching sides, lifting that left knee now, hugging into the chest. Open out to the side, lower the foot, lift back up, bring it back into the chest and hold. Clasp the hands around just below the knee, not on the knee. Open that leg out to the side, really feel this hip stretching. Lift that leg, back through the center, hold. Sitting up nice and tall, we want to keep those abs drawn in. Open the leg out, lower it down, lift, back in, hug it in, open out to the side, lateral flexion, lift, and lateral rotation. Lateral flexion and rotation. One more. Lean back against the chair, straighten the legs out. We're lifting that leg up, right leg, toe is flexed. Bend the knee in and extend out. We're really warming up the knee joint. As we get older, our knees tend to go south. Yeah. We want to really rehabilitate those knees so we can walk better. Sitting up nice and tall. We're also feeling a good contraction in this quadricep muscle. Switching sides, lift that left knee, extend it out, flex the toes. We call that dorsiflexion in Pilates. Sit up a little taller if you can. Core drawing in and keep these shoulders down away from your ears. When we're stretching our legs, we don't want to be tensing our shoulders because we'll start to put a strain on our neck joints. Release that pad when you're ready. Sit back on the chair. I'm picking up my lightest resistance band, my toe loop, placing it around the calves, just mid-calf. Rest against the back of the chair. Scoot your glutes forward. We're going into our seated leg exercises. Point the toes. We call this plantar flexion. We're slowly opening the legs out to the side and slowly bringing them back in. Slowly pull your legs open, really moving through the hip socket, stretching that psoas and pushing them back inward. Sitting up with your back against against the back of the chair, your upper shoulder blades against the back of the chair. Takes me a moment to figure out that cue. Just gaze up towards the sky, the beautiful sky. Open one more time, hold it out, give the hips a good stretch, and slowly glide the legs back in. And the knees in, we're going back to seated. Scooting forward, you can grab your pad again. If you need a pad underneath your hips, hamstrings are tight. Sitting up nice and tall, pull that knee into the chest. This is a seated knee stretch. Lower, switching sides. And this is where you can bring your band up above the knees if you'd like. Pull that knee in, lower the leg, plant the foot, sit up nice and tall. I've got my hands around the edge of the chair just for a little extra balance, but if you don't need that, reach your arms out in front. Sitting up nice and tall. These are good exercises that we can do if we're sitting in front of the TV, watching TV. Stretch out those legs. We're coming to this hinge forward position now. Knees in line with ankles. We're going to lift our glutes up off the chair as if we're trying to get up off that chair. I'm going to release my pad for this one. Keep your pad if you need it. Lift your glutes up off the chair and slowly lower them back down. Sitting up nice and straight. Trying not to hinge forward like this when we do that. We don't want to put a strain on our spine. Sit up as tall as you can with just a slight hinge in the hips. And we're really pressing into the heels, not pressing into the balls of the feet because the work's coming into the hamstrings and glutes. So we want to press into our heels. Right here. Come up to standing one more time. Hold it and release. We're now going to widen the legs, and if you want to, you can grab a bigger band. I'm going to grab my pink band now, my medium band, placing it back above my knees. Opening my legs out wide, lifting one leg, extend it out to the side, in and down, switching sides, lifting the left leg, extending at the knee, bend it back in and lower the foot. Lift the foot, bringing that knee in line with the hip, extend the knee out, toe is pointed, stays in plantar flexion and lowers. We want to keep our toe in plantar flexion the entire time. We mostly say dorsiflexion for lunges. Sitting up nice and tall, pelvis is neutral. We're bringing that band back around mid-calf. Scooting towards the edge of the chair. I'm coming into this slight hinge forward position as if I'm coming to standing up off the chair. We're stepping our left foot out, right foot in, right foot back out, left foot comes in to meet it. Our feet are hip width distance. We're in this hinge forward position, but we're still keeping our abs in, nice straight back. This is really good for working on the knees, knee stability, hip stability, and inner and outer thigh contraction. We want to train our bodies as we get older. This is a half-seated chair. This is training us for getting up out of the chair, and then we come to standing for a full standing position, straightening our legs. That's what we're going to do next. We'll start out seated on the chair. Scoot your glutes to the edge of the chair as if you're trying to get up. Lift them up, hold. Come to standing, straighten your legs. Try not to hyperextend the knees. Lower it back down to half seated, touch the glutes to the chair, hinge forward slightly, press into the heels to lift off, straighten and extend the legs, keeping the knees slightly bent. Lower. Come to seated. Lift off, hover. Straighten and extend, pressing into the heels. Sitting back. Lower the glutes. Hinge forward slightly. Come up to half seated and extend. And that completes the first part. We're going into a little low impact cardio. I'm going to release my band for this one and pick up my light weights. Just going to move my chair out of the way so I'm not hitting the chair. Coming to a low squat position. I'm thrusting my fist forward and in. Nice and quick. I'm adding back in just a little bit of boxing from our last workout. This is just to get some cardio in, but this isn't a self-defense workout. As a matter of fact, this exercise works shoulder flexion and extension, forward flexion and extension, sitting low, and we're going into lower body isolation. Really press into the heels. And if you want to work more quad, hinge forward slightly and press into the balls of the feet. But we want mostly to press into the heels because we want to turn on hamstring and glute. Those are our sitting muscles. Come up to standing. Extend the legs. Walk in place. Want to do a little bit of walking. A lot of seniors do walking exercises. Really keeps them mobile. Our next exercise, we're doing a light jog with the bicep curl. Just a light jog forward and back. Bicep curl. We're really working those arms as we work those legs. Try to keep a flat foot. I was lifting on and balancing on the balls of my feet. If you want to do that, that's good. But if you need to, flatten the feet. Do a little jog or a short march in place if you need to. Good way to get your heart rate up without putting too much pressure on the joints. Yes. Keep going. Really bending these elbows, bringing the fists up shoulder height. We're engaging these bicep muscles. Step side to side. Get a stretch in these hips. As we're going to work our hips in the next one. Adding a little jumping jack with an overhead press. If you need a lower impact option, tap the toe out. Reach the arms overhead and tap the toe. This is a low impact jumping jack. But if you're ready, go for it. Yes. Really go for it. Extending those arms up overhead, shoulder extension, yes. Woo. And hip abduction. Shoulder extension, hip abduction. Draw those abs in. And always tap the toe if you feel a little knee pressure. Nice and low impact here. I'm going to add one more jack. Add a little march in place during the rest. Keep that core in. As our next exercise, we're going for upright rows. Like we're trying to start up a lawnmower. We're sitting low, we're pulling one arm in, starting up an old-fashioned lawnmower. If you still have those of you who have robotic lawnmowers, you're using a little counsel Control it. Really sit low, bend those knees. We're sitting in that squat, working hamstrings and glutes. This is cardio. We're going a little quicker pace. Really row that elbow behind. We're working the upper back and the shoulders. Yes. We're also working our lat muscles, our latissimus dorsi. Right here, these muscles right here. Keep going. Sit low. Really engage those glutes, hamstrings, and quads. Go for a few more rows. Come to standing. Release your weights. I'm picking back my chair. Picking back up my chair. This time I'm going to pick up my bigger band, place it around my thighs. Standing behind the chair. We've got our toe turned out, front toe is facing forward. Lift that leg, really engage the glute. In this turned out position, we're going to get all parts of the glute. Gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, and gluteus maximus. We're also getting some deeper gluteal muscles. Our piriformis, our obturator internus, and our gemelles. Those are the internal gluteal muscles, muscles we can't see directly, but they're working. They're right underneath the gluteus muscles. I'm switching sides. I just did a few through the break since we got a late start. This time the left toe is pointed forward, tapping the right toe. Toe turned out position. Lifting that leg, engaging those deep gluteal muscles. Standing up nice and tall. Bend this front knee. That's going to help protect the knee joint. We want to keep the knee in line with the ankle. I'm on uneven ground right now. But if you need to, get on even ground on your living room floor or carpet. Switching exercises now. I'm keeping this band on. Coming into a plank position. I gotta move some stuff over. I'm going to place this pad down on the mat because I'm going to start out kneeling, pressing the hands into the chair, balancing on the balls of the feet, lifting up into full plank. Draw that knee in towards the chest, slowly engage those low abs, send the foot back, lower the knees down to the mat. This pad is here to take pressure off the knees. Really pressing into the palms of the hands. If you need to, do this from the mat. Send that knee in towards the chest. Lower the knees back down to the mat, pressing into the balls of the feet. Really thrust yourself back up. Draw that knee in towards the chest. Do one more on the opposite side. Lower the knees back down. I'm releasing that pad, coming into an outer thigh lift, turning this chair to face the side. I've got my right foot facing forward, left toe is turning out. We're lifting out of this hip abduction. We'll switch sides at the 20-second mark. Switching sides, just turning my chair around. This time I've got my left toe forward. I'm pointing my right toe and lifting out of this right hip, working the outer thigh muscle. We've got our hand on the chair for extra support, just a slight lean. We want to stand as tall as we can without laterally rotating our pelvis. Now I'm doing inner thigh work. Same position, except we're bringing our toe forward, and this time we're balancing on the heel. Toe is in the turned out position. Flex the foot slightly. Slight dorsiflexion. Lift that leg up. Nice and straight. Standing tall. Hand on the chair for extra support. Keep smiling. We're getting healthy together. We'll switch sides on the next set. Wanted to give you a little bit more work on this side in this exercise, really getting those inner thighs. Switching sides, I'm just placing my chair on the opposite side. My left toe is pointed forward. My right foot is in front, flexing the toe, balancing on the heel, turned out position. Lifting that leg. Getting some inner thigh work. And if you want to, pull that knee up into a partial passe position. Pointing the toe as you come up and lower down. That'll get deeper in the inner thighs, especially our shorter muscle up here, our adductor brevis, which is near the psoas. We're also working our big muscle, our adductor magnus, and our longer muscle, our adductor longus. And we're getting another stretch in the joint that's right near there. That's called the gracilis. Draw those abs in. Release and shake it out. I'm releasing my band now. We're going into abs. Seated abs. Picking up my medium weights, my 5-pound weights. You can have the pad or not, resting against the back of the chair. Lift one knee up, opposite knee, hold. Reach your palms out forward, bicep curl. Extend the legs. Draw the knees in, bicep curl, and extend. Draw the knees in, bicep curl, lower, extend the legs, draw the knees in, really good for hip and knee mobility. Bicep curl, extend, keeping those toes pointed. If you need to, you can lower the heel down to the mat. If your hips are a little tight, some of us have a lot of tightness in there, so this is your modifier, tapping in and out. I'll do a few more of the advanced portion for you. And now we'll switch exercises. Widen the legs, hinging forward, growing up, flying out. You can bring your knees in, feet planted, row, and fly. We're still engaging that core, drawing the abs in, but we're adding upper body. This is core and upper body together. We're rowing back and flying open. Working the rhomboids, the deltoids, the triceps, and the middle trapezius muscles. Coming up to seated. This time I'm coming to kneeling on the mat. I'm releasing my chair for this one. Picking up my band. I'm going to grab my heavier band. You can grab your lighter band if you need to. Kneeling on your pad, all fours. Lift that leg up. Pull that knee in towards the chest. Lower the knee. Draw it up in towards the chest. Send that leg back. Heel to the ceiling. Knee into the chest. Really working the abs. And the glutes as well. Glutes, hamstrings, and abdominals. This is a little bonus. Really drawing that core, lifting out of the shoulders, activating our serratus anterior. I'm doing doing that exercise one more time, this time adding a row. We're rowing up and in. One arm at a time, single arm row. I'm doing 2 rows. Draw that heel up to the sky, donkey kick. Draw the knee in for a knee stretch. Double row. Donkey kick, knee stretch. Rowing with the right arm. Donkey kick right leg. Draw the right knee into the chest. Engage the low belly, that transverse abdominis. Keep your hips in alignment. Working a lot of shoulder stability, hip flexor abdominal coordination, and hip disassociation together. One more donkey kick and knee stretch. I'm coming to seated now, doing some seated ab exercises. Releasing this band. I'm picking up my lightest band, my green one. Placing it around the arches of the feet. Reaching my hands around the band. I'm doing a half roll back. Coming up to seated. Half roll back, come up to seated. This is a modifier. When you're ready, come up to that teaser, balancing on the tailbone. Lower the legs. Roll up. Roll back, engage the core. Lift the legs, teaser. Really hold it, balance, lower the legs, come up to seated, roll back, half roll back, lift the legs, teaser, and hold. Really good for the abdominals and for hip stability. I'm keeping this band, keeping it around the mid-calf area, picking up my lightest weights. I'm coming to resting on the mat. Knees are at tabletop. Lift the legs up, lift those hips lower. Tap the toes. Lift the hips. If you have to, keep your hips on the mat. Add that row. Lift. Chest press, not row. It's a chest press. Tap the heels. Draw the hips up if you can. Tap the heels. Bring those elbows to your sides. Chest press. Engage the chest muscles. I'm going to do a few more of those leg lifts through the break. Double leg lifts. We're going to our finisher on the chair. Releasing my light band, I'm going to pick up my medium band. Placing it mid-calf. Have to take my chair back. We're going to get a late start, but that's okay. Make sure your chair is nice and straight. I'm resting my ankles on the chair, hands behind. Lifting my hips. If you need to, you can do this from the mat. I'll show you the option from the mat. Lifting the hips, pressing into the palms of the hands. Draw up those hips. I'm going to do a few through the break. We have 30 seconds. Resting your feet back over the chair. We're going into that pelvic curl. Slowly draw the hips up. Straight line, knees to the shoulders. Slowly lower the hips, articulate through the spine. Draw in the core. As you draw the hips up, we're drawing up through the pelvis. Straight line, knees to shoulders. Draw the abs in. Slowly lower the hips, articulate through the spine. I'm going to do a few more here. If you need to break, you can do that. Our final exercise, knee pull in and switch. I'm releasing my band. Tap the back of the thigh to the chair, back of the calf. We're drawing up and holding this position, this lifted position. We call this the chest lift. Hands behind the head. I know this finisher is moving a little more quickly, so I'll break that exercise down. We start with our heels on the chair. We're lifting our head, neck, chest, and shoulders, engaging the core. Extend that leg out, tap it in, extend out, tap in, extend and tap. We're heading into our cool down after this. One more extend and tap out. Now we cool it down. We're coming up to seated in the chair. Have to bring my chair up onto even ground. Sitting up nice and tall. We're finishing how we started with that knee pull in. Open that leg out to the side. And lower. Knee pull in. Open out. In and lower. Knee pull. Open out. Lower. Pull it back inward. And lower. Sitting tall. Draw those abs in. We're getting a little bit of an abdominal contraction as we stretch our knees and hips. After the cool down, I'll break down those finisher exercises a little more for you. For one more stretch and release. Hinge forward position. Straighten those arms and push the palms to the back. We're stretching our triceps. We didn't do a lot of tricep work today. We want to stretch them. Bringing them forward, flex the wrist. We want to stretch our biceps. We did biceps. Hinge forward position. We're still contracting the core. Really stretching through those hip joints. Flex wrists. We want to stretch our wrists. Flex them upward and down. Flex them upward and down. Nice wrist stretch. Turning the palms to face the front. Flex the wrists. Stretch them. Flex and extend. Flex and extend the wrists. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to start to do some shoulder rolls. Final exercise is shoulder rolls. Forward and a few back. A few forward, then a few more to the back. Forward and back. This is stretching through our levator scapula and our upper trapezius in the neck. Perform any additional stretches you'd like. I'm going to show you those last few exercises, breaking them down even more. Move my equipment off the mat. Our first exercise, we start out seated, palms are planted, fingertips forward. Lift your ankles onto the chair. We're slowly pressing our heels into the chair, lifting those hips, drawing up through the pelvis, articulate through the spine on the way down. Lower down onto the sit bones. Slowly draw through the pelvis, engage the core. On the way down, lower the hips, articulate through the spine, lower onto the sit bones. One more. Really drawing it up and hold. Lower it down. Your modifier for that, we're doing the same exercise with our heels on the mat. We're just not lifting up as high. We really want to stretch through the front of the hips and work our abdominals. The pelvic curl exercise is similar, except we're lying down on the mat. Full supine position, palms on the mat. Inhale, drawing that cord. Exhale. Slowly press the back into the mat on the inhale. Draw up through the pelvis as you lift those hips. Straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Exhale as you lower down, slowly articulate through the spine and lower the back to the mat. Inhale, draw in the core. Exhale, press the back into the mat. On the next inhale, draw up through the pelvis as you lift the hips. Straight line, knees to the shoulders. Really stretch through those quadriceps, engaging your hamstrings and glutes. On the exhale, slowly lower the hips, hanging in the back. Lowering the hips down to the mat. Similar exercise with your feet on the mat. You're not lifting as high. This is what it looks like. Lower it down. Your last exercise, that leg extension with the chest lift. Start lying on your mat. Clasp your hands behind your head. Heels on the chair. Knees at 90 degrees. Inhale. Draw the head, neck, chest, and shoulders off the mat. Exhale. Drawing the right knee in, extend the leg out, tapping the back of the knee to the chair. Draw that knee in, extend that leg out, toe is pointed up towards the sky. We're switching sides, same thing on the left side. Really draw that low belly in. We're also engaging the upper core. And extend it out. Perform that same exercise on the mat. I'll show it to you one time just so you can see it. My legs are in tabletop. Extend one leg out and in. You could also do it with your toes tapping on the mat. Your feet planted on the mat. When you're ready, we'll come up to standing. Inhale. Really draw those arms up overhead. Exhale. Breathe in that air. And thank you so much for joining me for that chair Pilates exercise program. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite exercises were. Is it hip stretches, knee stretches, or core stability? And let me know if you'd like to see more of that going forward. Give this video a thumbs up if you loved it. Share it with your friends on social media. Anybody who wants a low-impact workout or anyone in their golden years looking for a way to get fit and stay mobile. Tap that notification bell at the top of your screen so you never miss one of my workouts. You can also subscribe to my channel down below if you'd like to see more videos like this. And I've got a few more days left of hybrid. We got a Pilates yoga combo and a bar fit workout. And my last one is an ultimate hybrid challenge. I'm going to take some of my best movements from the hybrid program that we've done. Put them all together for one final end of month challenge. This is your trainer, Kathy, saying goodnight. Go for a walk, do some additional stretches, drink plenty of water, and get ready for our next workout. You have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.